Your home for everything soca and everything carnival. Power 95, soca in Jam Nation. Ladies' Room. Come see you compliments. Renwick Thompson and Company Limited. Agents for Western Union.
Grenada. The time has come for you to show your son, Talbry, the love and respect for his contribution over the years. This is Pre-Day.
I am the job boss. Certain things I end off. If I set to ready place, then I will pay the damn cost.
Talbry turns 50. A celebration of life. The Black and the Gold edition. Wednesday, August 9th. The National Stadium. Supported by Voice and the Top 5 Band. Lyrical.
Look back, look at how it arch. Look back.
Ola Twinji. Mama Nappy. Frank King Ding Dong. Rupee. Nyla Blackman.
I've been patient and I've been waiting.
Problem Child.
Watch out that crazy people jumping up in the car.
And a special guest appearance from two of the biggest soca superstars coming for Pre-Day.
Jump on his butt. Jump on his butt.
And all the Grenada superstars. Celebrity guest host, West Indies cricketer Dwayne Bravo. Get your $100 regular tickets or VIP $600 tickets now or pay more later. Gates open at 10 p.m. Showtime 11. Grenada. This is Pre-Day.
2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6.
Education multiplies their chances and places the world of opportunity in their hands. No matter where they are in the world, make sure they're prepared for their journey back to school with Western Union. School fees, books, room and board, whatever the reason. Knowledge, independence, opportunity. Western Union, moving money for better.
The Bacchanal, the soca. This is Power 95, soca in Jam Nation.
When it is you feel open. Throw your hands to the ceiling. The soca does make we happy. Joyful and happy. Cheerful and happy.
Well, we got two.
To feel what does make you happy. Joyful and happy.
Duo, Luni, Spark and Electrify in the building this morning, so we have to get off to an early start because you know, as soon as it gets 10 past 11, it's a wrap. The hour is over. It's done and dusted. Anyways, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the show. Final one for the week. Yep. I can't believe it's already Thursday, y'all. Thursday, August 3rd. Shouting out happy birthday to Anik once again. Money. Wishing you happy Earth Strong, happy solar return. Hope you have a great day, yeah? Good morning, Shante. Good morning. Dennis. Good morning, Christelle. Betty Ann, good morning. Mary Ann, good morning. Gian's, good morning. Stella, good morning. Good morning, Valerie Ross. Shauna Dakota, good morning. Maureen, good morning. Okay, Red Pepsi. Yeah, we know Crunk City is here. I swear Crunk City people just behave just as Leo. Like Leo people. Like they all have the same temperament. Anywho's. Morning, Jenalyn. Morning, Molly. Derek Coffee, good morning. Michael Lambert, good morning. Jackie, good morning. Y'all come on in and share up the live, alright? Ain't wasting no time. Neron Gabriel, good morning. Thank you so much. Mr. Cohen said no bacon in the stadium, so you stayed right there with your bacon crew. I hope you heard the news. Yeah? Police said no bacon in the National in Queen's Park. Okay? So come with your bacon and spray on the live. You ain't going in Queen's Park with that. Good morning, Michelle. Douglas, how are you? Morning, Sonia. Sonia, you ready for Caravana? Ellen Maxine, good morning.
Soca music. Love soca music.
Morning, Asha Courtney. Connecticut in the building.
Soca music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leo people and St. Patrick people have the same kind of attitude. I swear. Anyways, morning Azim, morning Ardon Kujo. Kathy, good morning. Good morning, Sheena. No bacon and no pelting things on the stage. Dwight, you're having a time. Spice, Freshly Man, Atlanta in the building. Morning, Jay. Morning, Debbie. Matter of fact, let me take back the morning. Moving along. Morning, Rachel. Morning to all of viewers on YouTube. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning to you listening on 95.1, 95.3. And of course, shout out to all those listening on the app on Android.
Why they don't want to see we strive?
Apple people will get to you. Shout out to the folks on the app, right? RJ Charles, good morning. Megan, good morning. Megan Lewis, Shami, Modest, everybody. Come on in, guys. Think we're ready for the crew? So if you reach after that, you're late. The roll call is for the first 5. Anything after that, you're late. So I think we can get the guys in studio now. Time.
That is how we love to feel. What does make you happy? Joyful and happy, cheerful and happy. Raise your hand and jump to the sky. Sky, celebrate 'cause this is me time. Soak up people hands in the sky. Sky, on the road we identify. I'm feeling so.
We're getting ready for pre-day, the Black Edition.
So much wicked thing they try.
Grenada's biggest show for Spice Mass pre-day, Black and Gold.
Why they don't want to see?
Join us in honoring Tall Bree's 50th birthday with an epic lineup featuring 10 international artists, 15 Grenadian superstars, and co-host DJ Bravo. Pre-day, D-Day, Wednesday. It's going down, yeah? Also compliments our friends at Western Union. Yeah, don't forget to send them people a little change. Enjoy the carnival. Free up the place. Clarina, good morning. Morning, Chanel. Yeah. I hope Electrify finish eating. Electrify came in with the whole bowl, the breakfast, juice in the hand, and I'm like,
when a youth man try to rise, he always get a fight. Why? What's in this and what's come to light? We don't light it up tonight. Because I'm tired, tell them. Not man, not sharing brain. So much wicked things they do to get we out the game. What is for me will be for me. When they say and you go see it.
Debbie, look like at the fire you walk. I think it's done. Tell her ready for my guest.
Joyful and happy, cheerful and happy. That is how we love to feel.
Shout out the crew in Toronto, Kenny and Kellen in Montreal. Getting ready for Caravana. Big up yourself. Next week is just patient. Remember, we have a show, we have this, we have that. So you know how we do it. Next week we have an artist, foreign, local, everybody, they're gonna be here.
Soca music. Boy, whoa. Hey, it's such a wonderful feeling. When it hits you, you feel no pain. Throw your hands to the ceiling. This soca does make we happy. Joyful and happy, cheerful and happy. That is how we love to.
Don't you guys stay? You good? Huh? Yeah. I finally looking kind of dark in the corner there, boy. What happened to the lights? Hold on, let me just.
This is me time. Soca people hands in the sky. Sky, on the road we identify. I'm feeling so high. Why? So much wicked thing they try, just to steal we joy. Why? Why they don't want to see we strive and make it in our life?
Gotta make sure you're seeing you. Was giving me a black storm in the corner, there, but I think I can see you clear now. Good morning, guys. How we doing? How we feeling? What's the vibe?
Good man, Spice Mass in full effect, full swing.
The energy. How's the energy?
Yeah, man, good vibes. I mean, we on the last leg then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the last leg. The Spice Mass 2023. Competition around the corner. People flying in, and they're ready for all the big shows, the big feds. They're ready for the road. Are we all ready? I'm sure you're ready.
Of course.
I seen the big smile on your face.
No, ready. I'm feeling the energy now.
Yeah.
Like a couple weeks ago, I was like, I ain't feeling it. What's going on?
I think I think that's a norm. It's like every year, the earlier part of the season, we have to sift out, and then as you get closer, all the good music
you
started.
start feeling the energy
Right.
and the
So, you know, that's how it usually be.
Yeah, so I think that's how I'm feeling now.
Mm.
But of course, it's always a pleasure to have you guys in studio together, and you've been up to so much that we want to touch base and find out what's happening with Luni Spark and Electrify.
Yeah.
You guys have been so consistent over the years, so we want to give you your flowers from early. Thank you so much for always supporting the art form. Always putting up music. You all are just so reliable. It's like, you have somebody that you can rely on.
Yes.
Nothing else happening, you're sure.
Yeah.
Luni Spark and Electrify have something going on. So
Of
thank
course.
you for that.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's all good. I mean, thank you very much. Thanks to the general public for always supporting as well. As I always tell my brother, the most important thing we try to do is to stay consistent. And that's the most important thing. So we are around. You don't have to be on top all the time, but we are around, showing our face, contributing to the art wherever we could, in whatever way. And we're here, making it nice.
So Electrify, what would you say contributes to this, you staying relevant and, contributing to the art form on a regular, being consistent? What would you say is responsible for that?
But first of all, we want to talk about our upbringing. This back Electrify, our mom, first female Carlos Mona. We come from a
You always pay homage to her.
Yeah, we came from a family that keep us focused and grounded. And that's why we can be here and stand firm as two brothers in the game, with this chemistry and gel together, brotherly love, and we can push positive vibes and positive energy. Because our mother play a tremendous role in our life and our upbringing. Through good times, through bad times, we've been there. And at the end of the day, as I said, she played a tremendous role. And we always believe that if you as an artist in the music industry, you have a contribution and a part to play. And I always we have really see our niche and know what's working for you. Being positive, staying focused, staying positive is one of the greatest things. We have seen so many artists have come through the industry, rise, fall, and and so by see the downfall. And while on the journey of the music, we have seen that, listen, this guy was on a high, and why he not there anymore? So being humble, being focused is one of the greatest things that Luni Spark Electrify have already. And that's why we continue to do a lot of things for young people, empower, going to the schools, motivational talk. We have the kids fund the activities, we try to champion the cause of ensuring that the soca music and the future of soca music in great hands, and so on. Because we see the trend also as well. We're looking, we're observing to see what's happening with the music. And we see that young people gravitate into a lot of upbeat stuff. Sometimes the message is not positive, but they gravitate because we are fighting a war with social media, where everything is bombarded in front of them. And how do you go forward? So
the hype.
Definitely.
And
So
you can get drawn in if you're not careful.
definitely.
It
So
consume you.
yeah. So we have a part to play, and at the end of the day, we look around and we say, listen, we have to hold the fort. We cannot go with the tide. They say the wall is going,
So
going
so
north.
y'all are not going on the sheep movement. You continue to, be the leaders. Stay on the leadership
Definitely,
side.
because we have a legacy to leave. At the end of the day, after music, what happens? Our name will continue to reign, because persons will be like, thank God for the brothers, they create a platform for us. My brother always mentioned that when we started, we didn't have this platform at the junior level, and we want to make sure that the youngsters have a platform, and we can see from our fun day activities, parents bring out the children. The young ones have so much great talent, because the greatest thing is for a child to be talented and your parents or the family cannot see the potential.
The children don't support you.
That's what we want, the challenging thing. And one thing I could say, that our parents never bash or say, shut up, stop making noise. Say that if you don't have the vision as a parent to see a child with a great mind, because a child could be always mashing up something or always juking up something, and you don't realize, listen, that's a great mechanic you're looking at
Got
him.
something, yes.
You
don't
know?
see beyond. You
Or
just
he just
see
always beating the table or beating the drum. I remember in school, I mean, I was sent out of class.
for beating drum,
Beating the
beating
table. Who beating the table? Everybody pointing, Kelsey. Right? Because, I mean, I know the teachers
you
never
hear the
really
rhythm in your head.
Definitely, they couldn't have seen the vision that this guy gonna be entertaining. You know, even in school, I mean, I've been selling in school. Business was a part of my
So
thing.
now we have convenience. You have to nurture it.
Definitely. So you know, it's what it is. But the whole message is parents have to be visualized to know that see potential in the children.
Your children, I like that.
You know.
So Luni, like you mentioned, you know, the support is so very important. You both live different lives. You have your own thing going on, but one thing that is sure is how you unite in your music. And people always ask the question, like, how do you always get it to gel? Why do you always sound the same, even when you're performing? It's like the in sync, the way y'all like you could read each other's mind on stage as to what to do. You've never heard a mess up line, and even if it happens, the other one falls in so quickly you don't even catch it. How do you get to maintain that sort of, connection?
Listen, I would say practice being perfect, and over all these years, I would say we've been in the business over the past 20 years.
20 already?
Yeah, as a duet 15.
Nah, man, all.
Yeah, I started off. We started in school. So the year 2002, I were in the junior soca monarch, with Killer, with Natty, and all these artists. And my brother came on the following year, and we started to collaborate, my brother and I, from the year 2006 with a song called Miss Demas. I know you know this one. You know, hats off to the late Dr. Friday, created that monster. I know to be that one a lot too. 2007, we went in Soca Monarch for the first time, 2007, and we won. And the rest was history. Over the years, we master the craft. We master being a duet. We master people as sometimes.
So do you guys like practice? Like have?
No. What happened? What happened is, all right. We like to plan. So let's say, for example, Soca Monarch is next week. I like to plan. So I plan my performance. I plan everything down to low. I plan it. I don't think it's.
What do you mean down to low? Like,
yeah, if I say bandsman low, I practice in that.
You're
yeah, because you see the thing about it. Let me tell you what happens, right? Let me tell you what happens.
Explain this to me.
I've been all right. So let me explain. I've been in situations already. When you go out on the battlefield and you don't have a plan, anything happens up there. You might seem lost. You might find yourself doing things that you didn't plan to do, and it comes off a kind of way from the receiving end, which is the judges looking at you, which is the fans looking at you. You might seem lost up there, and you go just do thing, and you come down and you're not happy. Anytime I come off a stage and I smiling, it's because I well executed what I plan to do, or we well executed what we plan to do. So that we try to do, like for example, Groovy, we had no issues whatsoever with the semis. Went out there, planned, executed, came off stage smiling. Not all the time. There are times when we freestyle with our little dance moves and stuff up there, and we come back and we was like, "Wow, how we did that together!" It's like you're amazed at it, but I think it's just an energy and just a vibe. Being around each other for all these years, it's like two becomes one.
Yes, it's like one person on stage.
Yes.
So who's responsible for the outfits? That's what I want to know, because y'all are always on point on stage. Who's responsible for?
It's always a collective something, We were saying that, all right. Actually, I came up with an idea for the semis. We want to send it for Electrify, and we received it. It was like, nah, that's too bad for the semis. That's too bad for the semis. So we save it up for the finals. Confidence is everything. We know that once we go there and we deliver, we should be in the finals.
And them pink and them.
Yeah. So we decide. So we decide we're gonna hold that outfit for the finals, and then we're gonna do a next outfit for the semis. So we was like, all right, I send the first color. I think it was a purple. And we was like, nah, we need something a little more up. And then when the pink came about,
pink.
So it was like, all right, that is it. We go with our pink. I don't think we ever performed with that pink.
No,
before.
y'all never did pink before.
So that pink
was pink. Listen, the first thing we saw was the pink before you guys even open your mouth. It's like,
so that's a great thing.
And it takes confidence to rock pink.
Yes,
have this, thing about pink.
So I think that was a great thing, because I feel like when you're presenting yourself, you present yourself. You're not supposed to go halfway. I feel like we never take any round of competition lightly. Even the preliminary round, you can see our attire from since the preliminary. We blazer, we white pants, we thing. We never take any round of competition lightly. We go all the way. Semi-finals, same thing. Finals will be no even not even different. We just always try to step up a notch. So so outfits we always feel like we have to present in the best way possible.
So Electrify, let me ask you this. Like when you guys are on stage, is there a lead that you follow? Is there, okay, follow my lead? Is there some sort of signal we need to look for that lets us know? Like, but because I'm still trying to understand how it flows, and I'm still trying to get to how you practice telling the band low while practicing and not knowing when and how.
But you see, it's chemistry, and many times we could talk a performance, right? We always try to. You will always see someone go forward to know that it's spark time to do his verse, to differentiate, and that's the greatness about it. The chemistry aspect of it, as I say, we blood brothers. So many times I ignite, right, with music, and sometimes I could stare at him and he just fill in the blanks. Because as I said many times in performances, I do stuff that I don't remember how.
When you come off the stage, you're like, what?
Yeah, because when I look at him, I say, you see how I twist around here? But because we really lost our mind in music, but with control. So at the end of the day, some of you can't explain it. Yeah, it's beyond. I think it's more spiritual than just two persons just trying to plan a routine. I don't plan my dance move. I ignite differently, and I always tell the bandsmen, based on how you play, and I tell the bass man, if you do certain things that if you give me a bass line that different, I will just ignite. If the drummer hit that drum different, I will just ignite. So it's just different.
Just survive.
Most importantly too is going out there and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, you really enjoy your performances.
I feel like if Aaron is smiling at me, I would smile. So it's same way how you go out there and people see you having fun, they would enjoy that and they would have fun too. So the most important thing for us going out there to perform, sometimes you see we looking at each other and we having our time.
Yeah,
people like to
enjoy like the little bantering, because and what I noticed is like sometimes you would see Electrify bust a move and you'll be like, and it's so you see like the support, it's there. But one thing I've noticed over the years as well, Electrify used to be the one who did like most of the dancing. You would just do a little shuffle, but you focus on the singing. So now I realize you've grown into it and your confidence is good and you're dancing now.
Very important. Can't be shy for too long.
But that's created dynamic to it, and that energy, both of us ignites together. It just put the whole package together. So that's how you always use the term, the energy kings of soca. So if you have to be the energy kings of soca, you have to have energy. That's what it is. You have to leave your name.
You have to leave your name. Morning, Brenda Batiste. This is our little brothers. Big up.
Yes.
Brenda is such a big supporter, man. So let's talk about the music now and where we at. I know you guys have been listening. You probably didn't get a chance to hear everything, but for the most part, you've heard most of it. What are your thoughts on this year's offerings?
I would say we have a lot of great music. I mean, it can be reflected by just look at the list, the competition list, and there's a lot of songs that didn't make it, and it's like you can't pick everybody because we have such great content this year. I think we did very well. When you listen to some of this, most of the songs in competition. Obviously, when the season starts, there are songs that would slip through the crack, and gone viral. But it doesn't actually reflect on our culture, our music in Grenada. Every island have songs that would go viral. The little you see what's going on these days with the music. So I can't say. I mean, like for example, preliminary round we had how much artists? Over 100 and something. So we have to sift through. Everybody wouldn't be on point or else, so we just had to sift through to get that final 11, final 12. So I must say, hats off to the producers, the artists. There are years where, like 2019 to me was one of the greatest years.
Yeah,
2019 was a big year. It's
year.
like too much hits to mention. Yes, we may not have all the hits this year, but they are good music. We just have to support. I mean, even as artists to ourselves, people might knock us and think that, you always have to create a hit. It's very hard to be consistent. We try our best to ensure that every year we have something on the table to present. there are artists.
I think you guys have been very consistent with that is
Yes,
concerned.
yes,
Even though
yes.
you might be weak in one area,
Yeah.
you're strong in
Yes,
another.
yes, yes,
You know,
yes.
so you either have a really powerful power
Mhm.
or you have a really good groove.
Yes.
Well, either way, there is
Yes.
something that examply this song in the background.
Yes, yes,
You know,
yes.
soca vibes, and
Yes.
it's just like the
vibe.
anthem. That's what you feel
vibe, good
when
vibe.
when you're in carnival mode. You
Good
know, that's all you want.
Yes.
Soca vibes and liquor.
Are we
Yes.
nice?
And you're good.
Are we good? Are we good?
So, Electrify, your thoughts on the music 2023.
Can't complain. You're gonna have a few weak ones, but I believe that every one of the acts have brought the A game, and one of the things too, a lot of guys have started seeing the bigger picture in terms of the visual as one of the things that we capitalize on for the season in terms of the visual. Because we know we will have artists say, "Oh, the radio station don't play my songs. Oh, the DJ don't play my songs." But how do you go around that? And at the end of the day, we have observed the atmosphere and realized that the time is changing, the time is evolving. What are the days when I come in the radio station with my CD?
No, you can't come here with no CD, no flash drive.
No flash
Yeah.
drive. So time have changed, and we talking about we are living in a world where social media is dominating. Everything is online. So we have to create. Since before we got booked for the Uber Soca Cruise, we tell ourselves, listen, we go in and shoot a video on the boat. Everything is there to our access. The girls are there, the drinks are there.
You don't have to pay for none of that.
Nothing. The atmosphere, the events are there for free props. Free props. Because as you can see, we get Bungie, everybody inside the mix
Everybody in it, yes.
because it was a good
So
vibe.
they
So
can't pay
we
for that.
we knew early that that's a direction we have to take the season. The world need to see what you're doing. Like as my brother always say, we are fairly new to the world. You might hear so community. I'm this Park Electrify integrated in a community in New York, but we're fairly new to the international world. So to get that visibility out there, we need to put
in the work.
put in the work and put visual to the name and to the song. So that's one of the direction we go. I see a lot of artists have doing slaughter, do the videos as well in the mix. So it helps.
I always say that to artists, especially when you have a good song, don't let the song just die a natural death. Give it more fire. Put more legs under it. Put blue videos. People are living on and looking at visuals, captures you a lot of the time. And I realize that Luni, you definitely did that. And I'm seeing you all over now with video, and I'm like, what Luni doing? So what's going on with that?
You see me with that camera, and I want to know about that. I mean, this is one of my other line of business. I do a lot of production. I do a lot of voiceovers. You would hear my voice and wouldn't think it's me on radio. This year I did a lot of videos as well. I work with Sheldon. I work with pre-video. I think it should drop soon. With the trees. Leadneck, Miney. I did most of our videos this year. Soca Vibes and Liquor.
And the kid.
Wild Dirty. Yeah, Wild Dirty Fete.
So is that something that you've been self-taught, like you're learning about it?
Yeah. Listen, I have a long story to tell because a lot of things that I got myself involved in, like graphic design, it was because of experiences I had. You link a graphic design and you're in trouble to get your graphic. Same thing with voiceovers. I remember a couple years ago when we used to do launch. Before all this launches now, we used to do launch like a lot of years ago. And I called, I think it was in Trinidad for a voiceover, and the guy told me 1800 TT. I was like, what? I started to do my own thing. So that's how I started to do ads.
I like that.
And with video,
Everything we do.
I always love visuals. And I always used to admire video ads, like voice and video ads. I started to edit from since back in the day. And I reached a point now where I reached to a level where, I'm working along with, bigger companies and so on. And then I decided, what, as an artist, I need visuals. I cannot afford to do 3 music videos in a year. So why not, develop myself, self-taught in some ways. And I like to, people that big in the industry, ask them for ideas. They help me in whatever way possible. So I reached a level now where I handle all these things.
Y'all do everything.
Yeah. And then for the kids who come on, I did all the visuals because I decided, what, I need to put visual to them so that people would know them. As my brother mentioned earlier on, when we started, we didn't have all these things to our leisure in terms of promoting. So they would have a junior soca monarch back then. You don't know the songs, you don't know the artists, and you don't get a turnout, and you ask yourself why. We change the whole game.
There's more adults and kids soca monarch.
Yeah.
So what is all these big people doing?
Yeah.
They enjoy the show more than
the thing about it, right? how we evolved with the Kids Soca Monarch. We started off, well, we've been doing Fun Day. When the first time we did Fun Day, up St. Patrick's, we had like 30 something children. We moved it to St. Andrews because we thought it was a bit central so that people from different areas could come. We had like 100 and something. And then it reached to a point where the Kids Fun Day were growing. And I said, you know what? I realized there isn't any platform for the young artists coming up. Instead of they fighting up with us, the big artists, create a platform for them so they could grow.
Because remember back in the day with Junior, Soca Monarch and those things was a big deal,
Yes. So we created a platform so that they could grow. Knowing that we already had a Fun Day and we had a turnout, we said that if we put that on top it, they would get a ready crowd. And over time it grew, and this year was very nice. This year was very nice.
It's getting bigger and bigger.
Hats off to all the artists putting in the work.
Some artists coming with good props.
Man come with cream and all kind of things.
Presentation. I'm like,
I
think we can safely say that in the future of soca music is in good hands now.
Very
because every year you're adding new Black Barbie.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah. She listen,
has
and
a
for
vibe.
for her first time, when the first time the father sent me the song, I was like, what? Okay. When I went and shot the video and I saw the support from the community and just from the time we posted on social media, and you see how like everybody was accepting, I say that's a great thing, because females in the industry we have, but not a lot. So it's good to see a young one. Yeah, good to see a young one coming up. And she getting the support from her village, her community, and all of that. And I must say, this year was a nice year for the artists.
Yeah, listen, I love me Black Barbie.
And that same note, it was amazing that with how Black Barbie get involved in the Soca Monarch, she was there in the following year.
No, the previous year.
Previous year, sorry. And she was actually a spectator.
She was watching.
And she said in an interview in the countryside that she said Kids Soca Monarch and missing her next year. So it just showed that we create
the confidence.
Definitely, we create the platform, and I know for sure many kids that saw this show who sat there and look at it, whether it's looking at the Kiani or looking at the Zale and say, I want to be on the stage. And that is the platform that we're creating, giving young people the opportunity to shine because they are locked up. And persons always have to remember that persons have a lot of youths have a lot of potential that is locked up. But how do you discover it? Because if you are bombarded by family, cannot support and can't see vision, how do you go forward? So that is what we are dealing with right now. We actually are creating platform. We are basically ensuring that the youths on the right track. As someone told me the other day, you have 8% in competition. That's 8 child that stay out of violence, or another one get involved in some negative activity. And come next year, we want to create this mentorship aspect of it, where we can have the young ones as MC and hosts and
so
DJs.
They do their own thing. That is, wow, that would be amazing.
Yeah, definitely. So you develop them all from the ground up.
So we have some pretty good young DJs.
Yes, correct. In April, I think we do the Youth Fest. Youth Fest, and we have a DJ competition too.
That would be super.
So we can get a winner from there.
Remove the adults and just be able to supervise and make sure everything is
correct. Yeah, definitely. Even the hosting of the ask when they came off the stage, have a young person interviewing them.
Yeah. That would be,
so
that would be amazing.
You could have a young Aruna in the mix.
Yeah. And because that's another thing too. Just as in soca music, there's not a lot of women on radio. It's just like 3, 4. And that is something that we really would like to see more of, because we're not here forever. And like I always say, soca music and have no pension.
Right.
So the fact that you guys are setting your sights, on other things, is augurs well for the art form. So in making sure that it continues and there's support, and you guys giving that opportunity to young people, it's nothing short of amazing. And I think you definitely need more support from the different organizations that spearhead Carnival, because this can only get better, because you're not going to be in Soca Monarch every year. At some point you want to be like, okay, we had enough of this.
As Dash
who's going to be there?
As Dash told us, in the next 2-3 years, we're having like 5 artists in the national Soca Monarch from our.
And then all you'll be like the Specky and
listen, I back in on all just a few years ago,
listen, y'all could be top veterans right now.
You know what I mean? So I mean, all in all, we play in our part, we play in our role. We have to look at it as what it is. The thing about it, we have to plan and put things in place. And as you rightfully mentioned, obviously the entertainment and have any pension, but we could create our pension.
Yes, you do. In fact, you all have pension, because NIS was here yesterday and they said that, as an artist now, they have something special for artists.
Okay, great.
So y'all can go sign up.
Great.
You don't have to pay all the money one time. You have a whole year. to pay, and
Yeah.
you could do what you have to
Yeah,
do.
yeah,
So
yeah.
y'all need to check that out
That,
and get your pension.
that would be so great. And on that same note too, I think from the whether the Spice Must level in terms of building the awareness, because a lot of guys get involved in the art form and don't understand the business side of the art form. And that could be a major challenge because it's much more just jumping in a studio, jumping on the stage, get ready to play, travel. It's much more what happens after music, you know. So many times, if a lot of our guys is not educated properly, we can basically go down a road of disaster because we have seen happen in the past. A lot of guys had big hit songs, travel, make money, and then you look back and you ask, well, what have you earned and what have you achieved? You know, so
nothing to show for it.
definitely. So that's why it's really nice. And I always, whenever Spice Must is having conversation and they're talking about prices, I say, why don't you incorporate things like land
something tangible.
Definitely, because you see, at the end of the day, I always look at the bigger picture. Something could happen with you in the art form. I say, bless them, what today I won that title 5 years ago. I have this house on the hill, I have value. Anybody interested in it? This is the price. You know, so definitely. I mean, and you have so many different.
One person I heard say there was Farmer Nappy, and Farmer Nappy was yes. Farmer Nappy said, "Listen, I just doing this thing now because I like it, and I'm a landlord. I'm collecting rents. I'm tenants.
The thing about it, listen, we have to look at it. We have to look at it down that road because I mean, it's the thing about it.
Fragile,
as an artist, is not you're not sure every year. You're not sure. You're not sure, and then soca is not like reggae and thing where you can live off of one song for years. We always have to, if we ain't pop in next year, next artist in that kind of way. So we have to also ensure that every year we have a hit. But speaking about,
and we have a cancel culture. We're quick to tell people next.
All right.
Artists,
So it's important to see ahead, and that's what we try to do. So we try to keep ourselves in a line, and we
keep going.
Now
I want to talk about, because I realize you guys aren't into the social media, bantering and the back and forth. Y'all are just minding your business, but you can't help but notice the very strong influence of Krong City everywhere. Just as a matter of fact, as soon as I went live, all I saw went down the street, the screen, Red Pepsi, Jackie, who else? All I saw was Krong City, and Uber across the screen.
Yes.
Now, bearing in mind there are so many good artists coming out of the north, does that put extra pressure on you to live up to that sort of expectation and the hype?
Well, the thing about it, growing up as an artist from since small, you had the Specky, you had the Scholar.
Natty come up to life.
Big up Natty. No pressure. As I said, our main thing over the years was being consistent. Hats off to all the artists coming out of Crown City, and we always maintain a kind of vibe. Understand? And big up all the supporters as always. I mean, we have support throughout the country. But you see, when it comes to Soca Monarch, we're bad for we please. So, so no pressure. And as you can see in both competition this year, we are kicking off things.
That was my question next. Y'all starting number one in both.
Listen, this is historical to us. Because
y'all ever started any?
I think in 2006, we started a groovy with Miss Zimas. But that back-to-back.
First and groovy.
One-on-one. When Electrify sent me that, watch me phone like that, I want to, what are you trying to tell me that? Is it number 11 or something? So I say, I had my moment. I had to have my moment. I driving come downtown and I ain't speaking, I ain't saying nothing.
You're just processing it.
I'm just trying to figure out that one day. I say, you know what? All right. Got in control. We're going to start.
Yeah. Just start it.
Yeah. Somebody has to start it.
Somebody has to start.
So the thing on nice one.
Neil Wells, pick up yourself, Neil. Good morning, my brothers.
Big up Neil every time.
When I saw it, I was like, wow. They didn't get one. They got both of them. I'm like,
when I somebody my hand was a number.
I trying to
figure it was so strange that the first time he was given to me because our name called last. So when I walk up, number one was the only number there. So the second time, I walk up for number one. But
I don't understand this thing. But anyways.
But listen, perfect start. Either way, we're starting with energy.
We're starting with a bang.
So we're starting with a bang. You know what to expect. We know you guys always deliver your energy on stage. So it's a good way to start and get people there early.
Very much so. Encourage persons to really come out early because you don't want
especially
to miss.
Krong City.
You don't really want to miss the groovy something to look forward to because as persons I've seen, it was very tough for the judges at the semis.
Listen, everything they did a fantastic
They
job.
did,
But
they did.
overall, I did not want to be a judge for
Yeah.
those groovy
Yeah.
because the songs are just so good. I think this year is the groove. It's the grooves for me.
Yeah, the
It's
groove,
it's
the
the
groove.
grooves for me.
The
It's
groove
just
grooving,
so-
the
yeah, the
groove,
groove,
the
the grooving, the grooving, the grooving.
And it won't be easy on the final
Competition
night too.
night either.
The judging wouldn't have it very easy. Guys will be coming with a game.
Mhm.
You know, the world is watching, and that's one of the greatest thing. We push for this, that we wanted to hold on to our Soca Monarch and Group Monarch. We have seen what happened through the region, how it's faded away. Not much support, the patrons are interested in it for various reasons. But one thing about Grenada, we love a competition.
Man, we like
So
to
you guys had two amazing songs for the groovy. Why did you choose that one? Because Soca Makes Me Happy is like really good. Love
Listen,
Soca Makes Me Happy.
I didn't even.
And Soca Vibes and
I
Liquor.
didn't even push the next one. You know. I'll be quite honest with you. I didn't even push the next one, and I said to myself, you know what? After the season, I will push this one. You know, do a visual. And I think if I was pushing this one, it would have been hard for me to decide which
Soca
one.
Vibes and Liquor?
And the next one.
So you settled on Soca Make Me Happy.
No,
No,
Soca-
Soca- yeah.
Soca Vibes
Because
and
as I
Liquor.
said, I didn't push the other one.
I
to
was
give
meant
it
to do a
that-
video for it
yeah,
as
give
well.
Like give it that mileage.
There are two really good
yeah,
songs, you know.
yeah.
Soca Makes Me Happy, and so it's like
Yeah.
it's like I'm like, why did they choose this? How do they choose?
Yeah,
Because-
And that has been a task and a challenge, because I see you have asking the public what you
What
think,
song what song
you
to go
know,
with.
but I never want to reach in that spot. You know, so we see how the atmosphere is bubbling. We drop the video for Soca Vibes and Liquor, and we realize what people gravitated into it.
So you're
Just
just
like
like,
me.
you know what? Let me not even put the other one up there.
I
No,
ain't going through
Yeah,
that.
because we are planning
that.
to do a video
I
for the
ain't
next
going through
song.
that.
Because
trouble.
we the fans are gonna confuse
Listen to
you.
me.
And we're gonna add to the
I'm
confusion.
not
So I
going through
like that. Let me
I-
just go with it.
Yes.
That's the other one playing, getting a lot of
Yes,
forward too,
yes,
but let me
yes.
not even pay attention to
At
that.
all,
Let's
at all,
focus
yeah.
on what we're working with.
Definitely. 'Cause
Correct.
it could be challenge, and it's difficult when you see you're in the middle of good music, and then you have some fans on the right telling you, listen, but do that one. And the bullying game start.
Mhm.
You know, I
Tell you
know
do this,
Soca
tell you do
Vibes
that.
and Liquor, why don't it fit? Keep in mind on that, and we just create a wow.
I like that.
Down the road.
Well, tell you what, guys, give us a little warm up before we go. They say all they want to hear is you sing now. All right. So let me see if we can work with Ollie for a couple of minutes.
Yeah. Give me thing, man.
And,
Give me thing, now, man.
we're good to go.
We have the formula. Hey, oh Lord, come on. Wanna make the party sweeter? Soca Vibes and I could wine 100 meter. Soca Vibes and wanna make the party sweeter? Y'all wine back on the speaker. Come on. And everybody know, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. If you got the formula, and if you come out to fire, put your both hands up. If you got the formula, take a toast, all our vibes, they go and drink. If we lie, I come here to spoil our party tonight, tonight. Cause we don't need a to go and dream it. You go find me all right there. And me say we don't need a to go and dream it. You go find me there. Well, we say, I'll make the party hold up. I could wine.
You're gonna be great. You're Grenada. I need to come out very early. It's gonna be nice.
Come on. Y'all wine back on the speaker. I feel bubble out. And everybody know. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. Whoa. If you got the formula, and if you come out to fair, put your both hands up. If you got the formula, take a toast, hold a vibe. They go watch me live with life. Come on, man. Hey. I don't care what nobody say. Having fun like it's my birthday. I must come out to play. Oh yeah. We outside soon as we get prepared. They go say we have we own way. And on the road we come to display. Yeah. Come on. Cause we don't need that. We don't need that. No. Yeah. I will tell them we don't need that to go and dream it. You go find we there. I'll make the party sweeter. Soca Vibes and I could wine. Soca Vibes and I'll make the party sweeter. Y'all wine back on the speaker. Come on. And everybody know, I turn it up. Hey, if you got the formula, and if you come out to fella, put your both hands up. If you got the formula, take a toast, all a vibe, they go watch you live with life. Hey, party tonight, and we don't need no visa.
Yeah. And we don't need no visa on Friday. Find me where the session day. Find me where the session day. We're gonna be nice. We're gonna be no elements. Very nice. We're gonna be great.
So trust me. If I started like this.
Yeah, man. Good bad.
Listen, number one it is. All
Yeah,
right?
man, definitely. And it's, number one is on board. It is.
Simone James, big up. Yeah, man, that's what we're talking about.
Everybody
Soca
know.
vibes
Turn it up.
and liquor.
If
So
you like the formula.
Red Pepsi say here, Lady Cindy. Which one is the Cindy Pepsi?
That lady Cindy.
I said Red Pepsi and Jackie. And listen, troublemakers
Yeah,
is the name.
Don't need a visa to go and dream it. And you go find me already there.
Melodies.
I say we don't need a
Sweetness.
to go and dream it.
Friday.
We go find me there. I'll make the party sweet. That'll be the Grammy, you know. The world needs to come and see this. Come on. Soca. I'll make the party sweeter. Soca Bazan. Yeah, went back on your speaker. Soca Bazan. And everybody know. I turn it up, I turn it up, I turn it up, I turn it up. Oh. And if you come out to fret, put your both hands up. Oh, no. And they say, take a toast. Hold up, I. They go a tree. If we lie, I come here to spoil a party too. Hey. I don't care what nobody say. I've been fun like it's my birthday. And massa come on to play. Oh yeah. Cause we outside soon as we get we pay. And they go say we have we own way. And on the road we come to display. Yeah. Why? Cause we don't need a to go and dream it. You go find your way there. And me say we don't need a to go and dream it. Cause you go find me. Come on. Oh, I'll make it party. Soca Bazan. I go wait on this. Soca Bazan. I'll make it party.
Masqueraders, you got you coming across Kirani James, Sullivan, and you have your cup in your hand.
Everybody
Got
else.
soca in your hand.
This summer anthem, you know.
Come on.
If you got the formula, and if you come out to fed up, put your both hands up. If you got the formula, take a toast, hold a vibe, they go actually live with life. I come here to hey. We don't need no visa. You, yeah, no need no visa. Just find me where the session there. No visa. Friday back on a Friday,
Yeah,
but
man.
no visa. Find me where the section there.
Yeah, y'all don't need no visa to be at Queen's Park. You're
No,
gonna
not
be
at
there.
all. Not at all.
Guys, any final words to the fans before we go?
I mean, love always, want to wish everyone a great carnival. We want everybody to be safe after the season, so do the right thing, be responsible. If you're drinking, don't drive. And if you're driving, don't drink. Is that correct?
Fingers crossed.
Okay.
We just want to wish everyone a peaceful carnival. We know we have a lot of things happening in the atmosphere. The more we can stay focused and positive and be vigilant.
Yeah, man.
That's what's important. We are there, a lot of foreigners coming to our shows. We had to stay focused, we had to be vigilant. The same thing applies, if you're going to activity, just pay attention to your surroundings. We just want to thank the fans for all the support they have given to Luni Spark Electrify thus far. Expect great things on Friday. We do what we do best. We Energy Kings of Soca. We just ignite. Number one is a blessing. 111, if you know, you know. Give thanks and praise. Respect.
Thanks so much, guys. An absolute pleasure having you here this morning, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Guys, the number one boy. Gotta get there early, boy. Y'all force us right now.
Well, I mean, that's right behind the number 6. So how the other fall in the place, I know Spice must start the show on time 8 o'clock, but
We'll be there.
we're gonna be good.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right. Thanks so much, guys.
Blessings.
All the best, man. All the best. You don't need no visa to be inside our track Queen's Park, all right? So organize yourselves and let's support good music, all right? Go look at the video, YouTube, follow them, continue to like and share, all right? That's important. So thank you so much, guys. Another amazing week. We'll be back next week with more right here on Power 95. Don't forget pre-day next Wednesday. So make sure you get your tickets organized. And of course, thank you so much, Western Union, for making this possible as well. And to everybody on the line, have a great Thursday. We'll see you all next week.
If you got the formula, if you come out to fret, put your both hands